Hello painters! I'm going to show you today how to paint warm or cool colored skies using tempera paint. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write my name on my paper, and then if I'm painting warm colors, I'm going to use yellows, oranges, reds, and pinks. If I'm going to paint cool colors, I'm going to put my name on my paper. And cool colors, when we paint a sky, would be mostly blues, purples, and pinks. If we put green in the sky, which is a cool color, it doesn't tend to be as readable. So we want to not be mixing green into the sky. Just stay with your blues, purples, and pinks. All right, so you're going to write your name, and you're going to write if it's warm or cool that you would prefer to do. So now I'm ready to paint. So I have table paper underneath my painting because I'm going to the edge, and then you can see how I'm starting with a white base. And you might be saying, well, why do I need to start with a white base? My paper's white. Well, the sky is very, very light. And so if we start with a light base, it's going to help it to have more of a light color. If we use too much color that has too much pigment and not enough white, then what will happen is our sky won't look believable because it'll be too bright. So we're using a lot of white with the sky. You can see here I had a little bit of blue with my yellow, so it turned a little green on me, but that's okay. I'm going to work through it, and by the time it's done, you won't see that green. So I've started with yellow at the bottom because the lightest color in the sky is always near the horizon line. Then I'm going to use a little bit of red to make orange. You will also notice that I am not painting across the paper, going just horizontally. I'm using an X brush stroke, which is very important so that your picture is well blended. I have my darkest color at the top, so red, and then it is transitioning from red to orange to yellow. Now I'm going to paint my cool sky. So again, I am starting with a white base. Putting on pink at the bottom. You could start with light blue at the bottom. Whatever the bottom is, it needs to be lighter. And then again, like the warm sky, you want it to get darker as it goes up toward the top of your paper to create that illusion of distance. So I'm working in my purple, I'm working in my blue, I'm putting a little bit more white with it, I'm going back over and making it more pink, but the one thing I'm totally doing is I'm keeping it watery and keeping my brush strokes in an X pattern and blending it from dark on the top to light at the bottom. So here we have it, warm and cool skies. Now we're going to learn how to make clouds. So to make clouds, you're going to take your pinky and you're going to make 3 dots, 2 that are horizontal and then 1 that is at the top forming a triangle. So 1, 2, 3. And my clouds at the top of my page are going to be big, and my clouds at the bottom of the page are going to be tiny, giving me a sense of space. And I am making around 7 clouds. There we go. All right, now I'm going to change my finger. Now I have a finger that is going on to the paper that does not have paint on it, and with that dry finger I am just dabbing it, dotting it, pat, pat, pat. It's not a rub, so I'm patting it, dot, 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 patting it into that triangle form so my cloud is flat on the bottom. and kind of triangular shape with some lumpies in it, creating a nice organic form. There we go. Sometimes I'm extending out the cloud, going out further than the initial triangle. And as my clouds are going to the bottom of my picture, they are getting smaller and smaller, creating the illusion of space. Let's watch not to do this. So don't take your finger and just rub circles and create some big cotton ball powder puffs. We're going to start with a triangle, and then we're going to take a clean finger, dab, 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 extend the bottom, keeping it in a triangular shape.